under this blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Let's go. Have it right, Minerals FC. You got the Minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the Minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking Minerals, mate.
Let's have it right. Up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in tonight. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're all gravy. Big up to all mental health. First and foremost, guys, I want every single one of you, smash to pieces that like button. If you haven't smashed to pieces that like button, I want you to smash it right now. Right now, smash to pieces that like button. If you haven't subscribed to Minerals FC, I want you all to subscribe. Yeah, let's have it right. And we've got the notification bell, ding dong, let's have it right, all that jazz. And we've got the Minerals FC membership, which is pinned at the top of the live chat and down below in the description. I hope everyone is doing well, guys. I hope everyone is good. Listen, let's have it right, yeah. I had to take a little time off. 3 days, has it been? 4 days? I can't even remember how long I've taken off. It's been mad. And, you know, sometimes it's not about streaming every single day when it's the same old bullshit, you know, same old crap. And, you know, it can be very, very draining, even for myself, to keep landing it like that. Because let's have it right. We all know and we all understand on this platform what is going on at Chelsea. Everyone is fully aware. Unfortunately, we can't help out all the wrong uns. They don't want to be educated, so let them be the fools. Let's have it right. Let them fucking drown in their own tears. We'll be drinking their tears. I'll tell you that now. So big up to every single one of you. Let me see who's live and locked in, guys. I want to see who's live and locked in tonight. If you're not in the chat, I want you to get straight in the chat. Big up to Leo, my geezer. Big up to Johnny. Big up to Bazyan. Come on, let's go. Wads, my member, big up to you. We're running through. Big up to Neil, my geezer. I hope you are doing well, my guy. He says, although Poch is Spursy, he's a brave man. I'll give him that. Brownies say he wants to keep our mace. Brownies, brown envelopes. Well, that's a start. If Poch doesn't come and Mace stays, it's all good. Up the fucking Chels. Let's go. Big up to Ben. He says, Johnny, mate, is it true your first words Minerals? Oh, fair play, bro. Fair play. You know what I mean? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Big up to Cameron Adams. Big ups to Mixter Minerals Medina. Top bins in here. Big up to Johnny. He says, it seems that Pochettino has finally found his way out of the woods. Our clown owners have found their new ringmaster. All we need now is a cement-booted rhino to top the bill. Up the Chels, up the Mills FC. Listen, I'm going to land it, bruv. I'm going to go straight in. Don't you worry about it. Big up to, who else in here? Big up to JP the Dog. Devon's in here. He says, just land it. Alpha's in here. Francis Winters, my geezer. Big up Chelsea old boys, my geezer. Smash the like, subscribe, or membership to the best platform. The truth, the voice of our Chelsea. Now start the mudding as we do on these clowns. Up the Minerals FC Ultras. And as always, guys, we land it every time on the Minerals FC. We see things that they'll never see. That is what we do. That's what we know. Yeah, we know we're the elite Chelsea. We know we're the biggest club in London. Let's have it right. We ain't no Spursy bottle jobs. We ain't no Arsenal tin pot. We are Chelsea Football Club. And the owners need to be reminded 24/7 that is what we are at Chelsea Football Club. Let's have it right. Big up to my geezer, Chelsea old boys. Always landing it. Always landing it. Henry Danger's in here. Said, big up, Johnny, but you're in the mud, mate. Lukaku's coming back, and Poch is not a yes man. The owners have learnt their lesson. Listen, I ain't in no fucking mud, bruv. Me in mud. You must be dreaming. You're crackers, Henry, bruv. You are crackers, mate. Do you know what? We put people in the mud for fun. And let's have it right. You don't know he's a yes man yet, not a yes man. You don't know that, bruv. But I'll tell you one person that will know. It's the Minerals FC General here. Yes, me. I will know. And Lukaku, that cement-booted fraud, bruv. He ain't welcome at Chelsea Football Club. If he comes back, we know it's for financial reasons. It's nothing else. Pochettino, what's he going to do with a lamppost up front? Let's have it right. Let's not land nonsense in the chat. Let's be respectful and understand what we represent on the Minerals FC. Big up to Jamal Jones, Nick in here. Alex is in here. Cecile. Johnny says Twitter virgins are something else. I'm having a look at what people write on Minerals FC Twitter, and most of them are anonymous keyboard warriors. Wouldn't say a word in real life, but it is what it is. We don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care. I'm carefree, bruv. I'm rent-free. Rent-free, as my title says, bruv. We land it everywhere we go. Listen, they love to hate. They love to hate. That's the addiction, you see. That's their addiction, not mine. Inject the minerals, bruv. Inject the minerals, yeah, because we land it 24/7. And we're going to land it today, of all days, on this show tonight, is going to be blockbuster. Yeah, I ain't holding back. And let's have it right. There's going to be mudding. There's going to be diggers out. There's going to be no windshields for these wrong'uns, bruv. No windshields. They're going to be wiping it off, bruv. Trying to wipe it off. And every time they wipe it off to try and see straight, there's more coming their way until they're swimming in it. Let's have it right. Big up to Sam Harris. Big up to Femi. Big up to British Patriot, my geezer. Says, big up, Johnny. Land it, fella. Up the Chelsea, up Mills FC. Edu Sucks Toes is up in the chat. Big up to you, geezer. He says, up the Mills FC. Big up to Dino. Big up to Dominic, my member as well. Big up to all you guys. Who else we got in here? What else are you saying, guys? I was, Theolek says, I was Enrique all the way, but I'm pretty happy with Poch, not going to lie. Are you, fella? Listen. Oh, man. I'll tell you what. Oh, it's going to be a juicy one. All right. So, Foot Outlaws in here. Cursor, my geezer. Big up to Cursor. Big up to Cursor. Always landing the damn minerals, bruv. We got Foot Outlaw. He says, Chelsea old boys, we see you. The GOAT himself. Chelsea old boys, he loves it, bruv. He loves it. He muds everyone. He's been mudding everyone on Twitter, bruv. It's a new lease of life on there. It's a new lease of life for Chelsea old boys. He's landing it 24/7, guys. We got to represent. We got to represent. Everyone's got to represent on social media. We are the Minerals FC Ultras. We land it everywhere we go. Every single one of you land it wherever you go. And that's what it's all about. Big up to Alan in here. Don, he says, thoughts on keep the situation. I will land it. Don't you worry, guys. Who else in here? Nissan's in here. Poch wants rice. Nice. Jono's in here. Up the fucking Chels. Get us back, baby. Come on. Who else in here? Mazin's in here. We got, let me run through. Get in the chat, guys. North Standboy says, I hate Tottenham. We all hate Tottenham, bro. And now we got an ex-Tottenham gaffer, is it? Is that the right? Is that the narrative? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Big up to Wolfie. He's just chanting Chelsea. Come on. Up the Minerals FC. Big up to Hermax in here. Big up to Arman. Bartek's in here as well. Bartek Minerals. Poch is a downgrading on Tuchel, but I hope he lands it. Let's have it right. That's not wrong. It's not wrong. You are not wrong. Bartek Minerals, you're not wrong, my geezer. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. So, before we talk about the game and all that, all that jazz, the same old crap, really, isn't it? The game itself, dire. It's like watching paint dry. It's just so poor. Big up to Mortal Technique in here. Big up to Steve Northall in here. Big up to all you guys. Please get in the chat. Get in the chat. The chat is golden. The minerals land. I want you all to hit the subscribe button. I want you all to smash the piece that like button if you haven't hit the like button. And before we land it, we got Patrick Bateman in here as well. Come on, up the fucking Chels. You know it. Every single one of you know it. Do you know what? I'll be real. Before we get into it, I've missed everyone. Honestly, I've not streaming for 4 days or whatever it has been. I generally miss all of you lot. Supporting the channel. I love your interaction. I love your comments. I love the chat. I love everything about it. And it really does get me through. It really does get me through. So big up to every single one of you that are part of the channel and part of this movement. We are a movement. Let's have it right. We are a movement. Everyone knows. I've got brown envelopes DMing me, bro. Asking to push out certain tweets and shit. Come on, bruv. This is where they come. They want the minerals, but we ain't no brown envelopes here. We don't sponsor the brown envelopes on the Minerals FC. We have nothing to do with them, bruv. And that's the going rate. It's always been like that, and it always will be like that. I cannot stand them. I can't stand their narratives. I can't stand what they put out, all the wishy-washy nonsense. They don't know. They do know. They're giving club narratives 24/7. We don't want to be part of that. We're not part of that. I guarantee it. I certify the Minerals FC has no part with brown envelopes, bruv. We don't get paid. We don't get pound notes. We don't go on Don Robbies and all that nonsense. We land it on this channel and we land it on social media 24/7. Let's have it right. Up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. We're going to land it tonight. Oh, I tell you what, my throat is gone a little bit. So, it is breaking news, guys. Let's put it up. Because obviously the kingpin brown envelope that leads is the ringleader himself. The ringleader. Actually, before we get into that, something very important, guys. Something very, very important that I have to announce and I have to put on the screen before we get into it and land all the minerals. Something on a very, very serious note. Very, very serious note. And I want every single one of you to put your condolences, put your love in the chat. The hearts I want in the chat. All right? Because someone I know is related to Bobby Tambling. And he's not well. He's 81 and he's in hospital. So I want every single one of you to send all your regards to Bobby Tambling and the Tambling family, because this is very sad news. Very, very sad news. Baller at our football club, legend at our football club. Someone I do follow, and I know has put, sorry to read this. My sincere best wishes for a full recovery to a true Chelsea legend who was my first and never to be forgotten hero in the early and mid 60s. An absolute classy and immaculate player, and clearly a true gentleman. Get well soon, Bobby. Big up to Bobby. Our prayers and thoughts are with Bobby Tambling. We really hope that he pulls through in hospital and fights and lands his minerals, because he's got the minerals to do that. So big up to Bobby Tambling, guys. Every single one of you, put your hearts in there. Exactly, Bartek, top scorer before Lamps. Top scorer before Lamps. Very sad news. You just don't know in life, guys. You don't know. Honestly, you don't know. So, guys, please put your respects in the chat and show your appreciation to Bobby Tambling. So, let's land it, guys. Let's get into it. Let's land the damn minerals. Here we go. So, it is breaking news by Fabrizio Kingpin Romano. Mauricio Pochettino will sign a contract in the next days, but he will start this new Chelsea chapter in June. Now, as Lampard will remain as caretaker coach. We know that Poch will bring his people for coaching staff. He will discuss transfer strategy with the club immediately. And later on, he came out straight after. He says, Chelsea are now set to appoint Mauricio Pochettino as the new head coach. Here we go. Full agreement in place as expected. Pochettino has accepted all conditions of long term. It will be signed and completed soon after negotiation. Very advanced since April. Hold on a minute. It will be signed and completed soon after negotiation, very advanced since April. Okay, fine. So the negotiations have been going on for a while, so they say, since April. So it looks very, very likely. It looks very, very likely that Pochettino is Chelsea's new gaffer. Or should I say coach? Maybe not gaffer. Should I say coach? What is it that they want? Because we're hearing they want a coach. A lot of these wishy-washy fucking nonsense supporters that I'm hearing platforms want a coach. They don't care about having a gaffer. So here we are. Pochettino's been announced as a here we go. Is it a full-on here we go? I don't think you're going to go back on that. It looks like it's a done deal, but you never know in this game. You just don't know whether it is a done deal or it isn't a done deal. I don't know what to believe anymore, but it is likely that Fabrizio's not going to put his reputation on the line for this one. Big up to all you in the chat, landing the minerals for Bobby Tambling. Big up to Chelsea Anorak in here, my member. Big up to special one, Big Al, my member. Big up to you, as always. Big up to every single one of you in here live and locked in. We've got a new member. Big up to Chelsea Anorak, who's a new member on the Minerals FC. Big up to you, my geese. I don't know why it doesn't let me put it up, but big up to Chelsea Anorak. Thank you very much for joining the Minerals FC Ultra family. Respect to every single one of you guys. Respect to every single one of you. So, here we go. Pochettino to Chelsea. I honestly, from what I heard, is it was very touch and go. And Pochettino was having second thoughts. So now the terms are agreed. Everything's been negotiated. And key words here, since April. Well, what's happened before April? What's happened? We've had Luis Enrique tell us to go do one. Luis Enrique, middle finger up. Nagelsmann, middle finger up. Jose Mourinho, middle finger up. Pochettino, bring it in. I'm taking the job. So, my first choice, all day long, Enrique. Elite gaffer. No debate. Yeah. Brand of football's elite. He's won it all. He's proven. He's gone to different leagues. He's implemented. He's made great achievements. He's one of the very few gaffers in the game that's won a treble. Yeah. Let's have it right. Yeah. But no, he didn't like the terms of the owners. Now, all this narrative that the owners turned him down. Waffle. Bangers and mash waffle. no onions, no gravy, lumpy mash, burnt mash, all that jazz. Let's have it right. Nonsense. Yeah, absolute nonsense. Respectfully, nonsense. All right. So, same happens with Nagelsmann. In fact, you've heard Nagelsmann today. He's not wanting to take the Spurs job because of the director of football situation. He's not happy. So now Levy's got to go and dig out his minerals and get a director of football that suits Nagelsmann. Otherwise, he's not taking the job. You see, top gaffers and elite gaffers, all right, they have demands. What's Pochettino's demands? I am very curious to know what his demands are. What's the clause? Has he got a no dressing room, no Cobham training ground clause for the fucking clowns? The no, Tweedledee, Tweedledum. Is that in the contract? Do we know that? Have we heard that? Listen, they've been propping that a little bit, that he wants conditions. He's not happy with certain things. Listen, all will be revealed, Minerals FC Ultras. All will be revealed in the future. Yeah? But let's hang tight for a second. Let's understand what's happening at Chelsea. All right? That these owners have destroyed us, ripped us apart, gutted us out. In fact, did everyone notice today we only had 3 players from our Champions League winning squad playing on that pitch today? 3 players. Right? Kovacic, Thiago Silva, and Mendy. And when Kova went off, we only had 2. Right? That tells you everything you need to know about our team. Our Champions League winning players are not in the team. A lot of them are going to be sold. Oh, well, what are we going to do? Oh, they don't want to be at Chelsea. They're not proper Chelsea. So anyway, let's get back to Pochettino. All right? Because Pochettino is the new guy. He's the flavour of the month for these owners. Now, is he going to be given the keys? This is the golden question. Is he going to be given the keys? Are they going to go in that dressing room? Are they going to meddle with the team? Are they going to dictate to him everything? Are they going to force him, shoehorn him, the cement-booted rat? Are they going to force to sell Mason Mount? Are they going to listen to him? What are his demands? What are they? We want to know. And I'm sure the brown envelopes will give us the spiel. All right? Now, is he a yes man or is he not a yes man? Well, I'll tell you this now. All right? Luis Enrique ain't no fucking yes man. Nagelsmann ain't no yes man. And they're not in the position. So it only makes me think that this guy is meeting somewhere halfway, potentially. But we don't know that yet. So it's very hard to call this right now. It's very hard to call this. But let's have it right. They have gone and appointed an ex-Spurs manager. And people go, oh, big deal, big deal. We have never, as a football club, we've never gone out to Spurs or Arsenal to recruit. They come to us to recruit. We never go to them. Now, granted, he's been sacked from where? PSG. Tuchel came from PSG. They're going to use that narrative. Oh, Tuchel only won League One and all this nonsense. He was in Bundesliga with Dortmund, blah, blah, blah. But. He landed minerals. He got him in the Champions League final. He won, 2 League Ones? Yeah. Pochettino ain't done that. Pochettino arguably has got a better attack. So we have to wonder about that. Now, what are we here now? We're in a position where we're forced to back this gaffer. Let's have it right. We love our club. We want our club to succeed. So therefore, we have to back Pochettino. He's the next gaffer. Now, we know that a lot of clubs like Man United were after Pochettino. I remember talking to a lot of the United supporters on Twitter Spaces, and they were like, no, we want Pochettino. I said, no, you don't want him. You want Ten Hag. Ten Hag's the right gaffer. If I could have any gaffer after Tuchel, I would have gone for an Enrique or I would have gone for a Ten Hag. Let's have it right. But that's not to be. One of them's available, and he said, jog on to the owners because they're a state, they're a circus. Let's have it right. Let's not forget the narrative. You see, everyone's all buzzing now. They're all like, my gaffer, this, that, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I want to see what happens before I make my judgment. Yeah, I want to see what happens. I want to see what's going to happen. Because I'll tell you this now. If that cement-booted rat comes back to Chelsea Football Club and Pochettino has got him in his team, we are in for a long fucking ride. And I tell you what, I will be there to keep mudding and keep landing it. I don't give a fuck, me. I don't care. I want us to succeed, granted, but you don't bring back that rap to our football club. Let's have it right. So let's keep running through. Oh dear, man, there's so much to go through, and I'm missing all the minerals in the chat. Let me just run through. Bear with me, guys. Hit that like button, every single one of you. Hit that like button, every single one of you. Big up to Bartek. He says Matt Law is a part of the campaign against Chelsea. You're not wrong. Of course, he's part of the campaign against Chelsea, but so are the owners. They go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. Big up to Bartek Minerals, bruv. Big up to Bartek. Who else we got in here? Big up to Steve Norfolk, become a Minerals FC member. Another one. We got Anorak in here as well. Land the Minerals being a member. We got Steve Norfolk, man, being a member. Big up to you. Welcome to Minerals FC Ultras family. Respect to you. Thank you so much. Much appreciated, guys. So, listen. Pochettino. What do we say? We've gone from looking at elite gaffers and we've accepted Pochettino. Now, this is the thing. The supporters have accepted it, all right? Because everything else on option has been a disgrace. Vincent Kompany, Angie from Celtic that no one's heard of. We've heard names like the Brighton gaffer, De Zebri, Thomas Frank. Then we've heard Enrique. We've heard Nagelsmann. We ain't got any of them. And all the others are shocking anyway. We don't want them. But Pochettino's the best out of a bad bunch. And that's what we've got our football club. We've got an okay gaffer, a good gaffer. You know, he's a top coach. He's a top coach. But he's not elite. He's top coach, though. He's a top coach. But he's not elite. And we want elite. We want elite. Now, what is Poch renowned for? He's renowned for developing young players. What a surprise. And what did we have the other day? The other day, we're inviting 14-year-olds, under 14-year-olds, to our senior team training. All right? This is the state we are in at Chelsea Football Club. We've got to reward our captain. They'll probably make him captain at Chelsea in the senior team. Yeah. Honestly, it astounds me, bruv. It's hilarious that this guy, and they pin it on Frank. They pin it on Super Frank. Super Frank identified an under 4. Have we got any other players a bit older that have got minerals, that are real talents, bruv, that we could bring to the senior team, but we bring a 14-year-old? I mean, it's just madness, mate. What is this? Kindergarten FC, Epstein FC. Yeah, not looking good, is it? No disrespect to the kid, but my. What, I mean, what is this? It's a joke, really. It's a joke. It's got to be a joke. All right. I'm surprised we didn't see him play today. But anyway, Pochettino. Now, I want to remind everyone. All right. I want to remind everyone when it comes to Pochettino and Potter were the two candidates after Thomas Tuchel was sacked or before he was going to get sacked. They were interviewing those two gaffers. That's a fact. Yeah. That's an absolute fact. All right. And they went for Graham Potter instead of Pochettino. Now, you have to question that. You have to question that. Why? Now, Pochettino, they've come back to Pochettino. How does that look? Well, that puts Pochettino in a very strong position to negotiate with them because he's looking at going, well, you could have had me before and you said no. You went for Potter. It's not turned out for you. It's not looking too good for you. The supporters are turning on you. Yeah, I want my demands. So, in that respect, potentially, Pochettino, he's actually in a strong position and therefore maybe he has put a clause in the contract. Maybe he has put a clause to say you're not allowed in the dressing room. I don't want you meddling with the team. I don't want you picking players like you have been under Potter and this and that. And I want to bring something up here. Big up to Johnny. He tagged me in this one today. Let me just get it up. So, here it is up here. We'll put it up. The tweet is this. Pies and mash here. Chelsea owners are said to be reflective on mistakes made. It's accepted that it might have been better to retain Tuchel for a season, even though it would never work long term. Bowley never wanted to be sporting director, but had a failed approach for Michael Edwards. There is a feeling that they overcompensated in appointing Graham Potter because he was so adept at working the executives and owners. Yes, man, tax. Yes, man, tax for that third statement. The first statement is, well, you should never have sacked Tuchel, you absolute clowns, because the fact that you did sack Tuchel, it hasn't ended too well for you. In fact, it's not going well at all. We're out of the Champions League. We would have been in the top four with Tommy T. We would have built a team with Tommy T. We would have been relentless with Tommy T. We would be challenging with Tommy T. But you decided to make the call to sack him because he didn't want to be a yes man. And he told you to fuck off out the dressing room at half time, Bowley. So you're in the mud there. Don't want to hear it. Absolute waffle. This is all PR to make the supporters brainwash the supporters in thinking, yeah, they've changed their approach. They've changed their model all of a sudden. And then Bowley says he never wanted to be sporting director, but failed approach for Michael Edwards. Well, of course you're going to fail for Michael Edwards. What are you talking about? The geezer's taking a sabbatical. Under no circumstances is he going back into football. So you're never going to get him anyway. Failed approach. Listen, he saw your project and said, jog on. That's what it was. That's where you failed, mate. That's where you failed. All right. Big up to Johnny landing it there. So we'll quickly scroll down here. Let's just add this one here. Frank Lampard, there are a lot of great things about this club. Form is temporary, class is permanent. It is quite good saying in football. And when you see a club of Chelsea's size, I see the fantastic intentions, things I don't always speak about to take the club forward. I mean, it's all brown nose in the owners, good intentions, this and that, waffle, bruv. Let's land the damn minerals here then, shall we? All right. Good intentions, is it? Good intentions, Super Frank. Good intentions, Bowling Barley. 4 managers in a single season. 600 million spent without any project. Sacked all the experienced staff. Knocked out of the CL. 11th in the Premier League. No, we're 12th in the Premier League. Still no permanent manager. Ding, 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 ding. Pochettino announcement today, is it? Thiago Silva leaving. Well, that's a sticky situation here. Sticky situation. Because Matt Fraud-Law, and to be fair to myself, everything that's going on at a football club, this wasn't really wrong. Because I'll tell you why. Everyone behind the scenes unhappy. But what has changed the mood? Maybe it's Pochettino coming in has changed the mood. Or maybe it's changed the decision of Thiago Silva. Because let's have it right. Matt Fraud-Law breaking. Chelsea are unlikely to stand in the way of Thiago Silva if he informs the club that he wishes to make a return to Fluminense this summer. Now, it's not unbelievable to think that Thiago Silva would want out at Chelsea Football Club in the current state. It's not unbelievable. And to be fair, I thought that was the case in the sense that I understand what's happening behind the scenes. It's very toxic. So therefore, it does make sense. But today, ladies and gentlemen, all the Minerals FC Ultras, today, Bell Silva came out on her Instagram and basically says, thank you to every single one that came to me for a picture or a song. We are very happy here. We are staying. So Matt Fraud-Law, let's have it right. We know the deal. Standard, Minerals FC Army, Minerals FC Ultras. He's in the mud, as always. The biggest brown envelope for Chelsea Football Club, but they were planting the seed. But now the announcement of Thiago, of Pochettino, maybe that's changed the thought process. Maybe Thiago Silva's thinking, I might stay now. Because why? He's already signed an extension. He already signed it not long ago. So if he was to leave, or he still might leave, you don't know. He might leave. Do you know what I mean? Then it only tells you one thing only. Let's have it right. It tells you one thing and one thing only. Big up to every single one of you in here. I want to know what the likes are on. The likes have been very, very poor recently. I want people to smash to pieces that like button. But he's in the mud. Big up to Daryl in here. You're not wrong. He's in the mud. Big up to Chelsea Blue and Blue. Bell got any sisters asking for a friend? Big up Chelsea Dan, my geezer. Go and subscribe to Chelsea Dan. Go and subscribe to H Talks Chelsea as well, his channel. Landing Minerals, part of the Minerals FC Ultras they are, and they land it everywhere they go. So big up to them. We got, who else is in here? Who else in here? Who else in here? Listen, guys, let's keep it sweet, guys. Henry Danger, you got to be careful, bruv, what you say, man, because my Minerals FC Ultras are relentless. If you start coming at me or trying to get negative, it's not happening, bruv. It just don't happen on the Minerals FC chat. We don't take no nonsense, you know. You got to see the light, fella. You have to understand it. But let's keep it respectful, guys. I haven't seen what's been said, but let's keep it respectful. Yeah. But every single one of you, big up, big up. So let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. Because my thing is this with Pochettino. I'm not going to make my call, but I'm not going to suck on the pipe of the owners. I'm not going to be like, hey, celebration party. Not at all. Not at all. I want to see what happens in the summer. I want to see what players we're looking to sign. I want to see who comes back. Yeah. I don't know Ron back ×3. I don't want the cement coming back to Chelsea. All right. I want to see what's going to happen with Minerals Mount. Is that going to be the deciding factor for Minerals Mount to want to stay? Are the owners going to stop meddling? Are they going to stop coming in and out of the dressing room? Are they going to keep out the limelight? Are they going to stay in LA? I want to know these things. I want to know what Pochettino's plans are. He's on a 3-year deal, apparently. 3-year deal. That is a deal. It's not a 5-year deal on 12 million like they did with Jellyfish Potter. He's on a 3-year deal. Not bad, but we're talking about a project here. We're talking about a process. But I'll tell you this, all right? If Pochettino goes through a really bad patch, 4 or 5 games, losing games, drawing, losing, we're not playing well, it's going to be fucking toxic. I'll tell you this now. It will be toxic, naturally. There's already a divide in the support in the fan base because he's from Spurs. He's got Spurs DNA in him. Whether you like it or not, whenever you think about Pochettino, you think of Spurs. You don't think of PSG. You don't really think of Southampton. You think of Spurs because that's where he's sort of made his name. That's where he took his level of managerial reputation up a notch because of what he did. He overachieved with Spurs. He overachieved, but he's had one of probably the best strikers the Premier League has ever seen in this era. Do you know what I mean? He's had some very good players he's brought in, but he's had some poor signings he's brought in, bro. I mean, his talent ID is a little bit, do you know what I mean? Questionable. But don't worry, it's all right. We got our owners that go out in the market and they make bets for all the continental youth players. We'll smash it there. Don't worry. They'll bring him something. They'll bring it something. But listen, the big red flag for me is it took a very long time if this is the guy. I don't think he was the first choice. I think the first choice was Nagelsmann. I think Enrique was a very, very close first choice. It was between those two, and they both laughed at the project. They both laughed at the process. Now, I want to enlighten you on the project. I want you to understand the project because there's key facts that we're going to land now that people maybe they don't know, they don't understand, or they don't really get it. But these owners never talk about ambition in football terms. They talk about ambition in profitability, in markets, in globalizing, in increasing the global brand, making it bigger, making more money. So they want to go out and buy young players based on data. That's what they're doing. Or they've done since January. They've kicked it in. They've landed it. They've gone straight in the deep end. And we're struggling because we're not buying experience. Let's break it down. They're here for 10 years. In 10 years, they will sell this club. 10 years is not a long stint. It's a short stint in business terms. For a business, 10 years is a short stint. So they are looking at doing things very, very quickly, which is what they've done. Everything they've done since they walked through the door has been erratic, has been very, very quick, and they've destroyed our football club. They've taken away our elite mentality. They've separated and segregated and dissected the fans. The fans are separated. There's a lot of toxicity, a lot of supporters that are pro the owners, and there's a lot of supporters that are anti the owners already, and we haven't even got started. We know what they've done. Everyone knows what they've done. They've destroyed us. They've taken away our elite gaffer who had unity with the supporters, who built unity at the football club. We felt like we had a real gaffer representing and being an ambassador at our football club, and they've taken that from us. So already you've gone against the supporters there. You bring us Jellyfish Potter. You spend 300 million under Tuchel using his name when they weren't his signings, and these are facts, all right? And then you go to Jellyfish Potter. You go in January, you spend another 300 million, and you buy young players this time, all young players that some of us we didn't even know about. No experience, no DM. You sold our only DM. There's no understanding of football. Behind the scenes, medical team ripped out. Groundsman ripped out. Tea lady, fucking canteen ripped out. Right? We're building rehab rooms with FIFA, PlayStations and fucking Xboxes, gaming rooms. We've got massage tables and chairs. This is the going rate. We've got an inflated squad of 40 players. We've sold a lot of players as well. We have got got rid of a lot of dead wood in the process. But this is where it gets a bit where you got to land it. And before I do that, I'll go have a swig. The new process, this process, is based on 10 years plan. It's a 10-year plan to make money. It's a 10-year plan because we know they've got the Glazers clause. It's called Glazers clause because Glazers are the worst owners. These guys have, they made them look like Mickey Mouse, right? Literally, Minnie and Mickey Mouse. 10-year project. We're into the year already and it's been a shit show. Financially, we're down. We've been 1.5 billion debt free. We are now on the red zone with financial fair play. It's and it's really looking very, very awkward and very uncomfortable for the owners right now. So they have to go the young route. They spent 600 million, and they have to sell Cobham players because they need pure profit. But the actual project itself, if you listen to the owners, if you actually listen to Egg Barley and Bowley when they talk, it's only about what a great market it is, what a great market the French market is, the African market, the Portuguese market. And they want to go into these markets using the blueprint and model of Red Bull and go and buy young players and develop these players with good data because they go with data. They don't give a shit about the eye test because there's mud everywhere. No one can see anyway. They go with the data model and they buy these young players. So they need a gaffer who can develop players. All right. So what they're going to do, they're going to get rid of all the Roman players that were there before, and they're slowly going, and they're all going to go. Our Champions League winning team has already been ripped apart anyway, so they're already full in the process. They're going to go all that way, and people go, "Oh, well, we're going to buy these young players. Where does anyone think we're going to be successful and win things with young players when you need them to adapt to the league? You need them to develop. They have to." Their game intelligence, their understanding of the league, their chemistry with their teammates. You need consistency, all this jazz. All right. It needs time, but they've got time. They can afford 5-6 years into their 10-year plan to develop these players, then try and win something. And then the big clubs will come and go, I want Enzo, I want Mudryk, I want Badashila, and I'll pay you top money for these players. Why? Why are they going to pay top money? Because they're on 8-year deals, 5-year deals, 6-year deals. And now they're going to sign them on 4 or 5-year deals. I think that's the limit, 4 years now when it comes to summer. So what they'll do is in a year's time, they'll just add an extension. a 2-year extension on that. There's probably a loophole there, and they will abuse that loophole, and they will extend the contracts and the yearly term so that in those 5-6 years, they will sell these players, make money, and that money will go in that kitty. And what they'll do is they'll reinvest, go and buy another young player for good money on a long-term contract, and then they will get that gaffer to develop them with the team, and they'll try and bed it in. They think that's the process. That's what's going to happen, right? Because I don't see Chelsea going for the experienced players. I don't see it. It's not financially possible now. They can't do it. Financial fair play, they're in shit, right? So they're not going to be able to do that come the summer, and we are in a major rebuild. We need a core in our team. We need a new goalkeeper. We need a new defender. We need 2 DMs, let alone not just one. We need 2. We need a striker. We need to replace the deadwood that we're going to replace in the attack. We need to replace maybe Kovacic as well. So we need to still replace Jorginho. There's a lot of rebuilding to do, and it's not possible. But the only way they can do it is by selling as many players as possible, and they're going to struggle with that because the players themselves that they want to sell, everyone in the industry knows what players they are because they've been in the shop window these recent games. You know what I mean? They're in the shop window. They're there. They're there to be looked at. But every club in Europe knows that Chelsea are desperate to sell because financial fair play is right up Bowling Igbali's arses. So therefore, what we got here, we got a sticky situation where these clubs that want to buy certain players, they're going to wait till the end. They're going to long it out, and they're going to say, nah, take it or leave it, or we're not doing it. That's it. All right. So we're already down there because they've forced their hand now. Everyone knows that we've got to sell players. So it's going to be very difficult for Pochettino to restructure and rebuild the squad in his image when already we're so far behind. But the key thing is people say, how can you make money? You know, you spent 100 million on Enzo. You've got him on an 8-year deal, blah, blah, blah. How can you make money on Mudryk, this and that? Listen, the way the market's going, it's inflating anyway. Every year it's inflating. And when a player's on a very long contract and a club comes in because they're balling out or they look like talent, but Chelsea ain't winning anything, they're not competing, that player actually wants to leave, he gets groomed by Real Madrid. Real Madrid will pay the money if they want that player. And they'll be forced to, because if the player's been there for 2-3 years, they've still got a 5-year contract. That's a massive contract. In football terms, in normal clubs, yeah, in normal terms, the way the market is, 5-year deals, a long deal as it is. When you're on an 8-year deal, well, it puts the owners in a very strong position where it gives them time to develop the players, to entice clubs to come and buy them and inflate their price in the market. That's what they're looking at. That's what they want to do, all right? And they're going to try and win along the way. But they need a manager to come in to develop these players, and that's exactly what they're going to do right now. And that's why Pochettino fits them to a T, because Pochettino is one that just develops young players. But what about the experienced players? Because he struggled with Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. He's struggled with players, egos. He can't deal with egos. What's he going to do with the cement-booted rat? Massive ego for being so shit. What's he going to do with that? You see, Lukaku's a big problem. Why is he a big problem? Because he's on 400 plus wages a week. All right. And that's true. All right. Don't believe it's 300, mate. Listen, it's not that. 400, mate. Yeah. Over 400. So after that, Inter Milan can't pay that wage. They can't afford the wages on their books. They can't afford to buy him, all right, because Chelsea have to pay. Well, Chelsea still owe money to Inter Milan. So whatever Inter Milan pay, Chelsea will probably end up paying Inter Milan because he's not worth what we paid for him. He's worth less, way less. They can't afford that still. So is it going to be another loan? I doubt it. His wages are too much. We can't afford to have him on loan and pay half his wages or 3/4 of his wages, because that goes on the financial fair play books. So therefore, you're down there already. We need a proper striker that fits Pochettino's profile, and Lukaku, cement brick rat that he is not that profile. He's nowhere near a Harry Kane. Nowhere near it, bruv. So this is a big problem at Chelsea. Is the cement brick rat. Now, what the brown envelopes are doing, what Tambling Barley are doing, is that what they love to do is plant the seed in the media to make people accept bringing this fucking lump back to Chelsea Football Club. Not because they want him to come back, because they're forced to have him back, but because Pochettino wants him, like he wants Pulisic. Because if they're going to sell Mason Mount, which it looks very likely, they need their little poster boy. They need their guy that sells shirts. They need that marketing monster. Now, Minnals Mount is clear of Pulisic when it comes to marketing, PR, and making money. Highest leading number one in shirt sales, leading on adverts, promo, everything. He's on Pepsi, he's on Shaw, he's on the lot, mate. He's on Burberry, Versace. He's landing the minerals. He's the minerals general. What's fucking Pulisic on? What's he on, bruv? Yeah? So he's on the American platform, the American brands. And Bowling and Barley need that if they're going to sell Mason Mount. That's why they force feed you that Pochettino wants to keep biscuits. Well, why would he want to keep biscuits? The guy's never fit anyway, and he's not Chelsea level. He's not Chelsea level. The only time he was decent was under Frank Lampard in that purple patch. Then he had injuries galore, and then he had some very good moments, Champions League for us, and that was it. But then he went and ratted on Tuchel. He's a snitch. He's a rat, and we know that he doesn't want to be at a football club. He needs to go. But these owners are dictating. I want to see, is Pulisic going? Is Aubameyang going? Is the cement-booted rat going? Are you going to sell cover? Yeah, probably. Is Kante going to stay on the high wages? Can you afford it? What's going to happen? All right. So I'm not making any judgment right now on Pochettino until I see in the summer. And in the summer, when he's actually in charge and we hear what rumours and what players we're linked with and we see what players are coming back, will I know what is going to happen and what is the narrative, the true narrative. And believe me, we're going to land it. But right now, everyone's getting all excited about Pochettino because a lot of the platforms, a lot of these guys, whether they know, because they probably do know some of them, what's going on, but they're rats, they're brown envelopes. They love the pound note. They love to keep their links with the journos and the circles and be the big bollocks, all right? And then other platforms, they haven't got a Scooby because they're just not that smart. They don't get it, all right? And they don't want to listen to the Minerals FC. They don't want to listen to true narratives. But that's not our problem. We land it on this channel and we know and we understand what the truth is, right? We don't care. We're real ones on here, all right? We ain't got nothing to be worried about on here. We burn the bridges down and we rebuild them as they should be, yeah? We piss on the ashes. Let's have it right. So, they're happy, is what I'm saying. 10-year project, 10 years for them to make money. So we need to do it quick. They tried it too quickly. They gutted everything out too quickly. And it was too much of a shock to the system. And the players are not accepting it. In football, you cannot do that. In football, it damages the players. The players don't respect the gaffer. They won't play for the gaffer. You get down tooling all over the gaff. You get players inconsistent. Do you know we've made almost, I think we must be close to 200 changes this season. We must be. The amount of changes, 200 we're close to. All right, that's unheard of. That's got to be a Guinness Book of Records, bro. Yeah, of the amount of changes in one season for a team. There's no consistency there. So the project itself is a money-making project. There's nothing there about winning an ambition. They hope to win on the way, but when Bowley speaks, all right. And he needs to put a sock in it because he talks absolute bangers and mash waffle, no onions, no gravy, lumpy mash, all that jazz. Let's have it right. He never talks about Chelsea's culture, what Chelsea have won recently, that they want to add to the trophies. They want us to be the biggest team in England. They want us to compete with Manchester City. They want us to be like Real Madrid. I ain't heard none of that, Jess. Nothing at all. All I'm hearing is process. Trust the process. It's a fantastic project. We're sticking with our project and we're going to keep going through. We're going to keep pushing along. Now, the model will still stand. I don't care what you tell me, but I think with Pochettino, this Kindergarten FC model, this Epstein Island FC model is going to continue. It's as clear as day. But where it needs to change is that they cannot meddle with the dressing room. They cannot go in and out dressing room. They've got to block off and block off all them rat tunnels to the dressing room, bruv, that they've dug up, all right? Or Pochettino needs to build them steel doors so they can't get in, yeah? Because rats just have it right. They can chew for anything, yeah? But hopefully when you put steel doors, bulletproof doors, they ain't getting through that, all right? But this is very true. It's a mid-table model. And that is a fantastic point. Q step, yeah? A mid-table model, which is why they brought in Jellyfish Potter, because he's from a mid-table club that are building and progressing. We didn't need to be at that level. We were already at the top, but they brought us all the way down to build us up. Now they've taken us all the way down. The supporters have got no choice but to accept that we have got such a big task to get back up that they'll accept a Pochettino. And that is where every single supporter, or majority, not everyone, has fallen into their palm of their hands. They're literally eating out the palm of their hands because the owners have manufactured, orchestrated this perfectly so that now we are so far below, so far in the mud that Pochettino's clear of Frank Lampard, he's clear of Jellyfish Potter, but he is still a downgrade on Pochettino. End of. Facts. He's a downgrade. He's not elite. You haven't gone out and got an elite gaffer. If you were serious about taking us to the top and quickly and winning and dominating and going out in the market and buying a blend, a mixture of young talent, building them up, but you're going out there and you're buying established, proven players that are you going to have to pay high wages for on 5-year deals, players that are close to their prime or in their prime, they're not doing that because elite gaffers demand that. They demand that. Pochettino doesn't demand that. He wants good talent. He wants a brand of football. He wants high-intensity players, all right? But it doesn't matter. That's all good. That's all gravy. But Tuchel plays like that, and Tuchel still wanted Casemiro. He still wanted a 33-year-old or 32-year-old because he's world-class. He's a winner. He's elite. You need winners in your team. You need players that have won things. And at the moment, these owners are already gutting out all the winners that we have in our team, that when we won the Champions League, Super Cup, World Cup, you're stripping that DNA out of our football club. That when you have leaders like that have got experience in these big games, they can pull through players like Mudryk, Mudueke, Badishile, Fofana, all these young kids. They pull them through. Yeah, they set an example. They can instruct them and educate them. You know what I mean? If Thiago Silva was going to leave our football club, all right, it would be a travesty. Why? Because he could be there for one more season to train Fofana, Badishile. They can learn off him. Trev Baresi, who had a great game today, can learn off from Thiago Silva, who's learned off Paolo Maldini, Nesta, and those two legends in the game have learnt off Baresi. That's why we call him Trev Baresi, bruv, because Trev's learning off Thiago Silva. This is very important at Chelsea. We need experience. We need players like N'Golo Kante to lead us, to give example. Look at Sterling. Sterling's been in, everyone's trying to mud Sterling. Agenda FC on Sterling. The owners have got an agenda on Sterling. Let's have it right. Yeah? The owners have got an agenda on Sterling. All right? But Sterling's he's a very good player, all right? He's the third highest goal scorer under Pep Guardiola, who's the best manager in the world right now, all right? By far. It's absolutely clear as day. You could put Carlo Ancelotti with him as well. Let's have it right. But Pep Guardiola, all right, has been dominating the Premier League and he will continue to dominate the Premier League because he's going to keep strengthening. So just think about that for a second. Think about how far behind these owners have brought Chelsea Football Club, because we've got clubs Spurs above us, Arsenal above us, Man United were behind us, they're above us. All these clubs are above us, Newcastle above us, and they've overlapped us. Because why? They didn't dismantle what the stability at the club was. They didn't get rid of the DNA. They kept people in place, and they made a smooth transition, and they bought well. They didn't go crazy. They had director of football in place. We don't have this stuff. We don't have these minerals at Chelsea because they're the owners. No one else made these decisions except them. So they're to blame. I don't blame the players. I don't blame any players. No players getting any blame from me this season. Fucking no one, bruv. Absolutely not. This is not on them. It's not fair on the players. What they've had to endure this season has been an absolute shambles, a circus, a disgrace. All right, and everyone knows it's a circus. Everyone heard Shaka Hislop, Marcotti coming out. It's a shambles. It's a circus. Richard Keys. Everyone's coming out. Even Simon Jordan. Everyone. Talk Sport, Sky Sports, ESPN, all the major platforms have been mudding these owners because they got it wrong. So wrong that they look like clowns. So therefore, here we are accepting a Pochettino gaffer, and everyone's celebrating now. Oh, we've got Poch, or Poch of gold, he's magic, and all this. Singing chants at Spurs he sing. All right, let's have it right. Fuck me. What are we doing here? Why are we accepting this mid-table mediocrity level? Like, that's all I see it as. All I see him as is a development coach. I don't see him as an elite tactician. I don't see him in big game moments, game management as that elite level. Maybe he has the potential to be that, but we ain't even got a fucking backbone and core in our team to give him a chance. Is he going to be given the keys? That is the golden ticket. That's the golden minerals question now. Will Pochettino be given the keys? Are they going to listen to Pochettino? Are they going to give him players that he wants, profiles that he wants? Or are they just going to stick with their data FC model, Moneyball baseball FC model, all right, Red Bull model, yeah, with no wings, let's have it right. Are they going to stick with that and go, Pochettino, right, we've bought this young player from Ecuador and the Portuguese league, we bought him from the French league. I want you to develop these players, and I want you to build a super youth team. That's the fucking model. That's the model at Chelsea. We ain't getting a Declan Rice. Do you know what? The moment we change the model is when you start being serious in the market and you go out and buy players like Declan Rice. Yeah, players that are proven, one of the best DMs in the world. Yeah. One of the best. He's up there stats-wise with Rodri, who's balling at Manchester City. Why are we not trying to get this player off Arsenal? Because Arsenal are close. Let's have it right. He will probably go to Arsenal because Arsenal are in the Champions League now. They look like they're progressing and they're going to go out and do good things. But have they? No, they're bottle jobs. They ain't won fuck all. So at the end of the day, I think it's a risky move for Declan Rice, personally, going to Arsenal. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go Arsenal. Their DNA ain't winning. They're not a winning club. But at the moment, our owners ain't got that winning mentality. So he's not going to come to us either. If anything, he should go to Manchester City. But is he going to compete with Rodri? Maybe he goes to Manchester United. I think that's a better fit. Can you imagine Declan Rice and Casemiro in the midfield? I mean, you're dominating with that midfield. And if Manchester United go and get Mason Mount, fuck me, what a backbone. And Harry Kane. Oh, my God. Can you imagine if Manchester United went out and bought Harry Kane, Minerals Mount and Declan Rice? They are set. They are automatically title contenders. Automatically. All right. That's the fine margins when you build a core in your team, when you build a backbone. All right. I want to see that intent. I'm waiting for it. Let's see what the targets are in the summer. I'm not making my mind up. But the only keys are with Egg Barley and fucking Bowley, Ted Lasso Bowley, and Clown Barley. That's where the keys are at. I don't know if it's changed, guys. It's too early to tell. All right. But I'm going to sit on the fence with it. But as far as I'm concerned, people accepting mediocrity is how far Chelsea Football Club has fallen. And we are a shambles. This season has been a shambles. And people come at the players, shame on you. You're an absolute fucking disgrace. Rory Jennings, disgrace. Absolute disgrace. What are you doing, bruv? What are you doing? You know, why are people coming at the players? It's not their fault. Oh, they're not worthy to wear the shirt. Is Madueke Chelsea level? I want everyone to answer that to me. Is he really Chelsea level? He's too young. You're playing kids. What's happening to Mudryk? Mudryk ain't even playing. What's going on? What's going on, bruv? Yeah. What is going on? Guys, hit that like button. I want everybody to smash to piece that like button. Every single one of you, smash to piece that like button. I'll tell you what, you don't hear this anywhere else. You know this, guys. You know this. We land the minerals 24/7, bruv. 24/7. It goes without saying. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to Alpha. Kenny says, the CEO Marotta from Inter Milan on Lukaku. I don't know Chelsea's plans. Maybe new coach comes in and wants to keep him at Chelsea. This is all fucking PR. You see, he's been told to say that. Because either way, he wants Lukaku, the cement boot rat, go back to Chelsea. Why? Because they want the money from Chelsea so they can reinvest somewhere else because they don't want him. I love landing the minerals. I'm a don it. Not blowing smoke up my arse, let's have it right, but you know, that's what they do. These fucking owners. They use the press. They use everyone in football, mate. Everyone. Talent's one thing. Talent is one thing, but you need time for these players to develop. And that's why I'm saying this 10-year project, it suits them to buy these players because they're not in any hurry. They can't make any money for 10 years. So for them, their whole mindset is, I want to see how I can build in this process. In 10 years' time, I want to be able to cash in. So I can afford to wait 5 years and not win anything, but develop players to then go and win. That's the process, bruv. That's the process. Didn't need to be like that, but it is like that. And unfortunately, that's where we are at Chelsea Football Club. You know, I was looking through our squad, and you look at all the players, and honestly, our Champions League squad is getting ripped to pieces. It's been sabotaged. It's been sabotaged. Joey's big up to Joey says there's 5 players in all that deserve to be playing at Chelsea. The rest are all frauds. I mean, for me, you've got N'Golo Kante, Thiago Silva, Reece James, Minerals Mount, Chile. I like Enzo. Fofana. A 7. I think Mudryk's got potential, but it's too early. It's too early to call it. But that's it. I've always said it. Those 7 players, you know, those 7 players are what you sort of like build. You build your team around them. I mean, it's hard to say build it around Thiago Silva because he's coming out of 40, but you can find a replacement in the mold of Thiago Silva. You know, if it was me, I'd go and blow 100 million and get Marquinhos. If I was with that intent, if I was that serious about competing with Pep, the thing is, Pep's going to dominate. It's going to be so hard, and I don't think Pochettino's good enough to compete with Pep. Tuchel was. I think Enrique definitely is. Arteta is just a Lego head merchant bottle job. I think Ten Hag has the potential to do it because he's got a way of playing. He's got the Cruyff DNA. He learnt of Cruyff as a kid. So I think if he gets the right players, the right profile players, I think they'll be right up there. Blending it in with, you know, if you get a Declan Rice and some English Premier League proven players, to give you a bit of a backbone, I think they're right up there. And look at that, interesting. Patrick Bateman, Ake. Well, Tuchel was looking at Ake, and everyone was slandering Tuchel, weren't they, about going for Ake. Ake is a very, very good player, and I wanted him. In fact, everyone that I thought was Tuchel's targets, I was ready to back. But Ake was one of those players that TT wanted. And look how well he's performing for. I think he's been their best defender. To be fair, been their best defender. The Arsenal Sport Library local badger, big up to you, says Rice is going Manchester United. He will be hijacked. Let's be real, guys. He is not coming to Arsenal. My club is the mother of all brown envelopes. Yeah, I mean, Ornstein really lands it on you lot. Let's put Ornstein's, the Pornstein merchant, the one that said Potter's got months. He's not got months, he's got years. He's one of the best managers in the world. Well, this is what Pornstein put out today on Pochettino. Let's put it up. Chelsea agreed terms with Pochettino to become new head coach in the summer. Details of 51-year-old appointment to be finalised in coming days. Joined by Jesus Perez, Miguel D'Agostino, Sebastiano Pochettino, Tony Jimenez, and club coaches. So basically, we're taking everyone that he had at Spurs, that he's taking to PSG, that he's bringing to Chelsea. Look, it's one of those things, guys, where we can't make our judgment yet. We like in the sense of, is he a yes man? I mean, he fell out with Levy because Levy was a bit, he wasn't backing him, he wasn't giving him the keys, and he didn't like it. And he left, and he went to PSG. Fair play. But he's not been the best at PSG, and he's not the best fit. I don't think he's the best fit. I think Enrique was the best fit. But let's see what happens in the summer. The summer is the key at Chelsea. The summer is the key. Let's talk about the game. The game itself today. We've drawn against Nottingham Forest. Let's remind everyone, Nottingham Forest have probably got the worst away record in the fucking league. All right. And they've drawn at Stamford Bridge. Their striker scored 2 against us. I mean, the first half was a shambles. We looked poor. No end product, toothless. No one has any direction. No one has understanding what to do with the ball in the final third. Same old narrative. A lot of misplaced passes. Defence did all right to an extent. Felix had some nice touches, but again, he's one of them. He can't finish his dinner. Or there's no end product. But there was some chances, and Trev, I thought, played well. Mudueke, no end product. He didn't play, what's his name? Mudryk. But for me, Sterling today, first half wasn't great, but none of them were good in the first half. I thought the second half, Sterling lands the minerals on and off the pitch. He's muddied the owners, which I love, and I respect him for. I've got massive respect for him. But today, he scored 2 goals, took on players. The second goal was a peach of a goal. Minerals landed. Sterling was fantastic. Scored 2 goals. We're lacking goals. We struggle to score goals, and he's banged 2 in, and he's fired up. He's pissed off, and he wants out. More than likely, he wants to fucking leave. Let's have it right. But no one's gonna really pay 325 grand for him. Let's have it right. I thought Enzo was good. In parts. Loftus-Cheek came on and he looked good. Kovacic didn't have a good game, but he's never had a good game. I think he just wants out. But Felix, really, there is a player in there, but it's all ifs and buts. His stats are nowhere near Minerals Mount. Fucking nowhere near it. His performances are nowhere near Mason Mount. Mason Mount, we miss him so bad. That's 21 games. We still haven't won a game. Without Mason Mount. Without Mason Mount, we haven't won a game for 21 games now. That's shocking, Reece James, we do miss Reece, but Reece, since he come back from injury, has been poor anyway. He's not been good. No one's been good. Everyone's been pretty poor. But that's because of what's going on behind the scenes. So that's why I'm saying it's not the player's fault. I think if Felix does stay, I don't think he'll stay. I think he'll leave. I think he wants to play Champions League. I don't think he wants to stay around. He's seen what's going on behind the scenes. But maybe if Pochettino is given the keys, if he's given the keys, if he's actually got a clause in his contract, then maybe Felix does stay. Why was Kant out today? Well, interesting, JP Dog. Why was Kant out? Is it because he muddied the owners? I think he did mud the owners. I think personally, he says, I hope that the intent and the ambition is as it should be at Chelsea. He says, I hope at the end. Now, he's sending a message saying, if it's not, I'm out. I don't want anything part of it. They're all waiting, these players, to see what manager comes in. Now, Pochettino's going to speak to the players now. It's a make or break for a lot of the players. We might get some performances out of the players. Maybe they're going to fight for their places. Maybe they want to, maybe they've spoken to Pochettino, or those conversations are going to come into place, aren't they? Soon. It's going to come into place. You know what I mean? Barbara, big up to you, bruv. Lovely to see you in here. Stop drinking. We won at Bournemouth. Well done. Fantastic. We won at Bournemouth. What a great result. What about all the other fucking 20-odd games, fella? Yeah? What about all the other 20-odd games? We win against Bournemouth. We should be beating Bournemouth. We should be beating Nottingham Forest. We should be beating all these teams, but we ain't. So let's have it right. Minerals Mount not in the team. We're not winning games. No coincidence there. It's the Minerals Providence, bro. Let's have it right. Listen, Kante injured again. I'm not sure, man. I don't know what to believe. Minerals Mount wasn't injured, and then they were saying he's injured. Then he's on the bench, and they're saying he's injured, but he's on the bench. No, he wasn't injured. And then he has had a few niggles, yes, and he's decided to go and have surgery. Done. Fair play. Done. Yeah. But Kante, he's come back from surgery. I don't know what to make of that yet. But the way this club is going at the moment, I wouldn't put it past them in the sense that N'Golo Kante is not actually injured or whatever. They love to bench players when they talk. 135 likes, piss poor, guys. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Do you know when I look at the dugout, do you know who I'm drawn to in the dugout? And it's not Super Frank. Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole screaming on that touchline. Screaming. I want Ashley Cole part of this fucking team, bruv. I want him behind the scenes. Ashley Cole is proper Minerals, bruv. Elite mentality. Elite winner. One of the best left backs ever to grace the game. I want Ashley Cole at Chelsea. I want Didier Drogba at Chelsea. I want Didier Drogba at Chelsea because I tell you what, the minerals he landed saying, I do not recognise my club are facts. Are facts. Yeah? It's facts. This is still not Chelsea. This is not Chelsea. All these decisions, not Chelsea. The way we're playing, not Chelsea. Signings we're making, not Chelsea. The way the owners are, not Chelsea. All right. The mentality, not Chelsea. Everything's not Chelsea. Everything is not Chelsea. Yeah. And again, as my title says, this is not Chelsea again. This is not Chelsea again. So yeah, I want Ashley Cole. I want him. I love his energy, his intent, his aggression. He knows what it means to play at Chelsea. We need that at our football club. We need that behind the scenes coaches. Who the fuck is our attacking coach? I want to know who our attacking coach is because he's a shocker, bro. He should be binned straight away. I mean, who's the attacking coach? Poor. I mean, our attack is abysmal. The way we are. There's no instructions. There's no patterns of play. Players don't know where to go. It was all, like I say, it's all individual brilliance. Sterling, individual brilliance. You look at Felix with touches, individual brilliance. That's what you're relying upon. You're not relying upon your teammates getting into positions, knowing where to be, knowing what pockets of space to be in, where to pass. We don't have that at Chelsea. We haven't had that all season. We had that under Tuchel. We did. But Tuchel wasn't back. It was going tits up. So our form declined slightly. And, we know what's happened. I will not forgive these owners for what they've done. All right. All right. They need to make amends. They need to sort it out and change their model. I just don't see it changing. And I think Pochettino is one of those gaffers that sort of gives the impression that they've acknowledged their mistake and they're going to give it to a gaffer. That's the impression. All right. But in reality, they're sticking to their model. So they've met halfway, maybe, or 3/4. They've met with a gaffer that's willing to work with this project, because all the top tier elite gaffers, all right, elite gaffers, Marino, Enrique, and top gaffer Nagelsmann have all said, jog on. So there we are. That's a red flag for me. Yeah, big up to Danny Gray. He is. Dennis Irwin was fucking unbelievable player. Ashley Cole is definitely, for me, he's the best. I just think that you need to, like we had with Petr Cech as director, you need that cohesion. And big up Chelsea Old Boys, you said Didier Drogba. And I think Didier Drogba has that connection with the gaffer and the board. You need someone of that level. I personally think they're going to go and get Frank Lampard to do it. And I think Frank Lampard, from what I'm seeing, the way he's talking, I don't like it. It's not Chelsea the way he's talking, and that's the way I only see it, bruv. It's just facts. No, I wouldn't say the players are soft, guys. I say the young players are soft, but we've got a lot of players in our team that are young and won trophies. A lot of players have got mentality to get over the line. I mean, let's look at Mason Mount's mentality, elite, yeah, fucking elite. You look at Kai Havertz's mentality, going up and stepping up in the Club World Cup final to score that penalty, the pressure that was on him in that game, all right? And it's the trophy that's eluded us. He landed the minerals. He's got clutch minerals in him, big game moments. He got us through to play Real Madrid in that Borussia Dortmund game. You've got to remember that. You can't take away these moments, but we've had no consistency. See, everyone's got their agenda on Kai and Mace, yeah? But listen, when they go out, when they leave this club, all right, our elite club, yeah, when they don't want to leave, but it's because of the state of the club, my, are they going to fucking cry? I guarantee it. And I'll be mudding them all, as always. Standard procedure. But is there a chance, guys? Is there a chance that these players do stay? I mean, if I'm Pochettino, I want to keep Kante. I want to keep Silva. I want to keep Minerals Mount. I want to keep Kai Havertz. I want to build around these players. I've got Enzo Fernandez. I've got a Mudryk player. Mudryk could be like a Son. He's got Nkunku coming in. So why is he going to want cement-booted fraud? Why does he want Ziyech? Why does he want fucking, what's his name? Pulisic, Biscuits. Why does he want a Bam? He doesn't want these players. He's not going to want these players. I just see it like that. I see it like that. Gallagher will be sold, guys. Of course he's going to be sold. He's going to make them 40 million, maybe 45 million profit. He's been playing every fucking game. So his value's going up anyway. He's shown his work rate, what he can do, this and that. He scored a couple goals. Clubs will be looking at thinking, yeah, I'll pay 45 million for Gallagher. That's a steal, and he's still young, Yeah, the prop for Lukaku. Listen, let's remind everyone. I want people to understand. Cement boot fraud in Serie A, no problem, bruv. You got time, mate. You got time on the ball. You don't have intense, relentless pressing, high intensity like the Premier League in Serie A. It's a pensioners league. It's a slow league, bruv. All right? His touch doesn't get exposed. He's got time to manoeuvre. He's a bit delayed in his movement. So he's all right there. Look at Edin Dzeko balling out at 38 years old or whatever he is. As a striker, he's balling out in Serie A. Put him in the Premiership, he ain't doing that. So at the end of the day, anyone you buy from Serie A, you have to be very, very careful because of that league. You cannot translate that league to the Premiership. And very few players adjust. Very few players. And they need to have the right balance in the team. But at the end of the day, he's a rat. He's worse than Courtois. He's not fucking welcome at Chelsea Football Club. Don't want him anywhere near our football club. End of. Facts. Done. I don't need this guy at Chelsea. All right? Now, if I keep hearing this prop, you know what's happening. You know that they're trying to fucking force it down the supporters' throats that we have to accept the cement-booted rat coming back to Chelsea. But that should not be the case. No one should accept this. No one. All right? And I bet you any money, all these Lukaku stands that were standing him when he ratted on us, they'll fucking go back on it and back him again. That's how shameless, how disgraceful, how fucking unloyal they are. All right? Because that's not how it should be. You ratted on us, you stay out of our club. But Barley, they'll hand out the brown envelopes to manipulate the supporters like they manipulated them now into a mid-table mentality model of Red Bull FC, yeah, of Kindergarten FC, of sell all our fucking best players FC. Let's hope, and let's see what's going to happen in the future with Pochettino. Is he going to change that? I want to see. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think anything's changing. I don't think anything's changing. I've even heard about Osimhen, right? Everyone's twerking for Osimhen, right? But when you listen to John Obi Mikel, and he's played with Drogba, and someone tried to compare him to Drogba, and he says, no, he's nothing like Drogba. His touch isn't even as good as Drogba. So you have to be very careful about bringing players from Serie A, right? They look good at Serie A. They play well. They score goals, but it's a slow league. When he comes to Premier League, he's going to fucking struggle with the pace of the league. Yeah, Bundesliga is a little bit faster, but it's still a weak league. It's dominated by Bayern Munich. But Osimhen also plays with the other player with him who complements him. Similar situation with Lukaku and Martinez. Yeah, same situation. It's always that situation where you have Havertz. You had what was that? Poulsen, Leverkusen. I can't remember. And who was the player that linked up with Werner? Sorry, it was Werner. Poulsen up front with Werner, and you get the best out of Werner. Playing with a striker, not being that central striker. Kai Havertz, again, being used as number 9. He's not number 9. So, listen, there's a lot of working out to do. Players need to be stopped being played out of position and played in their position and built around. But as far as I'm concerned, for me, Pochettino, I'm on the fence, bruv. You know, I'm not excited by this. I think it's a very weak move, personally. I think it's a weak move. And the proof, as always, will be in the pudding. I do not trust these owners with a barge pole. I don't trust them with anything. Yeah. Let's talk about Mendy, goalkeeper. Everyone was slandering Mendy today about his goalkeeping, about the goalie. Because can I just remind everyone that Mendy, yeah, has not played any games this season. He's not played any games, the geezer. It's not his fault. He's got no run-up. He's got nothing. No match fitness, no sharpness. He went out and he missed it. End of. All right? But everyone's coming at Mendy. Mendy was world-class for us. Everyone was calling Mendy world-class. Let's have it right. When we won the Champions League and we went on that stint and we had Tuchel didn't even touch Kepa. Didn't want to go near Kepa. All of a sudden, Kepa's come out and he's playing every game. And everyone's seen Kepa's weaknesses. Everyone knows Kepa's weaknesses. But match sharpness is not there for Mendy. It's not his fault. All right? And they're forcing him out. Why did they play him? Was Kepa injured? I didn't check the bench. Let me know in the chat if Kepa was, I can't remember if he was injured or whether he was on the bench. But at the end of the day, Mendy, on his game, is right up there. Look what he done for Senegal as well, bruv. Let's have it right. Don't forget that. Won the African Cup of Nations, bruv. You know what I mean? AFCON. Let's have it right. He won that. But Mendy's had no run-up. It's very harsh criticism on Mendy. Because Mendy is just, he's a great shot stopper. He can't play at the back, granted, but he's a shot stopper. He can catch from corners. It's just he's rusty. He's low on confidence. He's been literally shoehorned out the club because he won't sign a contract. Another player that they're putting in the shop window. A lot of these players are in the shop window. Why the fuck is Ziyech playing? He's not going to be at our club. What are you playing him for? I don't get it. I don't get it. You're playing. The reason they're playing them is because they want to entice these buying clubs, these clubs that are interested in these players, to buy them, to say, oh, look, they're playing. We can see what they're like. Yeah. Because if they're not playing and they've been benched, there's no value there. Their value goes down in the market. This is the tactics from the owners. This is the way they think. They think financially. They don't think football in terms. And ultimately, costs us games. How many games has it cost us? So for me, Mendy has always been clear of Kepa, but I think Kepa has potential. But for me, I'm sorry, when it comes to long shots, those powerhouse shots, he just doesn't. He doesn't have it. Kepa just doesn't have it. He's like a De Gea. De Gea's got so many mistakes in him; it's ridiculous. All right. But he's got talent and he's been proven and this and that. But I think De Gea was Man United's player of the season back to back at one stage. He's the amount of points he saved him. Is what it is. And let's bring up Minnels Mount very quickly. The only player to ever win man of match in 45 minutes in the first half. 45 minutes away at the San Siro. Won the penalty and got an assist in that game and dominated that game when you play him in his right position and he was on the right. Reece James was in the middle. That's what we miss. We miss Minnels Mount in our team so badly. And ever since he's been dropped, we have dipped, we have fallen, we look shocking. And that's a fact. I mean, if anyone doesn't agree with that, you're just a pure agenda merchant. And we know it. It's fine. But people go, oh, yeah, maybe Poch can convince Minnels Mount to accept the low contract, the 115. We're happy with that. Fuck off. He ain't accepting that. Minnels Mount is the glue of Chelsea Football Club. He's the future captain of Chelsea Football Club. He's the face of Chelsea Football Club. He's the Minnels General for Chelsea Football Club. You don't sell these players. These players you do not sell. You can't buy them anywhere else. If you went in the market to buy a Mason Mount, mate, you're paying top dollar. He shouldn't be on the market. Do you know how many clubs are shocked? How many gaffers are shocked that Minnels Mount's on the market because the owners have put him on the market? I want to put that narrative out. It's a true narrative. The owners are don't even want to negotiate, bruv. Let's have it right. They don't even want to talk to Minnels Mount. Let's have it right. They are wrong-uns, bruv. All right. We know this, but it's not just about Minnels Mount. For me, it's the model. The model dictates everything, bruv. Dictates everything. I want everyone to remind as well what Rudiger said when Minnels Mount came on, when we had 10 men at the Bernabeu. Mason Mount almost scored and Rudiger made that block. And Rudiger came out after the game and said, I knew the moment Mount was with that ball in that position, I knew what he's going to do because he's so quick and he would have scored. And Rudiger, because he's trained with Minnels Mount, he knows what a leader and a general he is and how quick he is. He's Johan Mount thinker, bruv. Yeah, let's have it right. Elite mentality, elite IQ. He would have scored, but Rudiger got there. And that was a massive point in the game. In fact, that was the best chance we had at scoring a goal in the entire game. And that was with 10 men. And Minnels Mount was brought on with 10 minutes. And we had that chance. So we have to respect that. And people have to understand that. The model, the owners are dictating everything. If the model is wrong, then Chelsea is not going to be Chelsea what we are. As far as I'm concerned, I want these 10 years to just fucking, yeah. Because for me, these owners are dangerous. Yeah. Nothing's changing my mind. I want to pray. Listen, let's have it right. We want to praise the owners. We want to be like, yes, behind them and all that jazz. But right now, there's no faith there. There's no trust. I ain't got no trust with these owners whatsoever. Yeah. Southampton relegated is what it is. Now Bowling and Barley are licking their lips. They're going for Lavia. That's the benchmark player for Chelsea. We're going to go and get Lavia, who is injury prone. Let's have it right. And he's not Chelsea level. He's not Chelsea level. He's another potential player. I want a proper DM, finished article DM. But that's the case. We ain't got a core. You have to have a core in your team. We don't have it. We've spent 600 million and we haven't got it. And this is the problem at Chelsea Football Club. This is the problem. Do you know what I mean? Guys, big up to every single one of you. Hit that like button. Every single one, you smash the piece of the like button. I want the Dirty Leeds to go down out of all the teams. Let's have it right. Let's get him down. Let's get him down. But they got a result against Newcastle. The fact that Newcastle above us is a disgrace. Fucking joke, really. They were so far behind Chelsea, and they've overtaken us. Right, so bear with me. I want to bring this one up as well. Under Chelsea's new strategy, led by sporting directors Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, only players viewed as genuine first-team prospects will be sent out on overseas loans. If Chelsea feels a player is not benefiting from the programme or is not in the plans of the manager, the club will look to sell them on. They're forced to sell players. It's not about the loan system. They're forced to sell players. But this is the one that I got rattled with. This one here fucking rattled me. All right. Chelsea's owners are looking to ease the crisis at Stamford Bridge. Let's have it right. The crisis that they created at Stamford Bridge by recruiting a new chief executive from within their own business empire. Listen to this. Another non-footballing executive. Todd Bowley and his colleagues on the Chelsea board are in final talks with Chris Jurasek, who is an operating executive for Clearlake Capital and chief executive of a business funded by the California-based private equity firm. Let's have it right. They're taking the absolute piss out of our football club. Yeah? They're taking the absolute piss. Get football professionals, mate. But all the people that they're getting in charge, guys, all the people they're getting in charge is what? They're all finance experts. They're all ones about how to invest and make money. They want to build the stadium, 2 billion stadium rebuild to make money, to add value to the club for when they sell. They're going to buy young players to build money, to make money and profitability on these players, to put, when they come in 10 years, it goes on the books and they will cash in. Stadium, training ground, young players, marketing, making it globally more attractive, hitting the American market harder, having live broadcasters of Chelsea in America more. It's all happening, not just America, but they want to hit all the markets. And they're going to go to every different continent, all right, and buy young players from those continents. So those countries will come and support Chelsea, and you get more supporters and you build that brand more globally. It's basically like a franchise. That's what they do at the Chelsea Football Club. And that's why they're bringing in this executive at Chelsea when they should be looking at Michael Edwards. Come the summer, you should be knocking on Michael Edwards' door and getting him through the door, yeah? Or the other guy, Campos, is it? Someone of that quality and experience, yeah? Because the guy at Manchester City, is it Tiki, all right? He, or Taxi, he's experienced, he's elite, and he's doing an amazing job at Manchester City. That's the difference when you have a proper director of football in position to pull the strings, to link and glue everything together. That's what you need. They haven't got that. So until you get that in place, I don't want to hear all this nonsense about executives coming from their in-house. It's a joke. It's a mockery. It's more of their yes men. We've got more yes men than you can fucking count on your hands, bro. All right? You got more yes men than you can count on your hands. It's so poor. I mean, people need to wake up, really. People need to wake up. But it is what it is. I don't know if people knew about that, but now you're enlightened by that news. Everyone's enlightened by that news because that's shocking. That is. Another one here. Another one here. Let's land this one. Mason Mount and Mikel Arteta, a dream within a dream. Mason Mount could improve Arsenal more than your wildest dreams can imagine. Below is his in-depth Patreon thread. I assess how Odegaard and Arsenal's midfield could evolve with his addition. The phrase underrated is thrown around too much, but Mason Mount epitomizes it. He could improve Arsenal more than you think. I mean, this is an article. You know, you got Arsenal or accounts that are propping it for Arsenal. It tells you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. Let's listen to N'Golo Kante.
It feels like this club is about to relaunch it again. It's like a new generation, a new era, if you like, for Chelsea after what's been a difficult season. Would you like to be a part of that?
Yeah, for sure. It's an exciting project for the club. I think the player who came, unfortunately, the season has not been in the standard of Chelsea. But I'm sure that, everyone wants to go in this way, the way of success, the way of winning titles. And the player who came is how they see Chelsea. And I hope this club will find again this direction. And let's see where I will be. But I hope that this is the direction of the club, and this is the most important. To see where I will be. But I hope that this is the direction of the club, and this is the most important.
He says, I hope this is direction of the club, because it's clear as day it's not at the moment. And that's why I think N'Golo Kante, he said hope twice in context to what he's saying. He's saying, I want to be part of it. I want to be part of Chelsea because he loves Chelsea. But at the same time, he hopes that the ambition is there to dominate because of the history of Chelsea. He says, I hope that this is where Chelsea want to be and go. And that is quite alarming, that he's saying, I hope, when really you want to hear players say, it's guaranteed we're going to go and win. Everyone is together. He's questioning the owners there. Is what N'Golo Kante's done. He's landed Dan Minnels. So we've had N'Golo Kante, Thiago Silva, Kai Havertz, Raheem Sterling all come out. Didier Drogba land the GOAT Minnels. You've got massive platforms landing it all about Chelsea's ambition, about the owners and this and that. So another one I love. I will always love N'Golo Kante. I think he is our world-class player with Thiago Silva. Obviously, I think Minnels Mount and Reece James world-class. I think Kai Havertz is just a generational talent as well. And at the end of the day, these players, they don't come around. These players don't come around, and you have to fight and build around these players. But N'Golo Kante, for me, he's landed the Minnels there. Listen, big up to Neil. Bowley is a 10% merchant. Let's have it right. That is what he is. Bell Silva has more Minnels than our so-called owners combined. Let's have it right. Proper Chels. He's only 10% merchant, so they could sack him off. They can't like what he's doing, and I've emailed them about his clown antics. Big up to you, Neil. Proper Chels. Emailed them as well. That's legendary. I love that. Keep doing that, guys. Guys, smash the piece of the like button. Every single one of you, I want you all smash the piece of the like button. If you haven't already, smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe as well, guys. We're still on the road to 6K. Let's have it right. We land it. We're solo on here. We land it everywhere we go. Make sure you're in the chat as well. I want you all to put your comments down below, every single one of you. At the end of the show, I want your comments down below. It's very important for me to see that. And I'm just going to have a quick look at something. What's this say? All right, let's land this one. Big up to Cursor here. What's this say? I haven't read this. The first time I'm reading this. It's on Instagram. It says, please read. This is from Jessica Lily Ray. This isn't what I usually post, but I don't want it to go unnoticed. Christian Pulisic is an absolute pig, ignoring little children screaming and running from their families to ask for a picture with you. They ran past me and their heads didn't reach past my knees. I'm about 5'7" for reference. They were no older than 5-6 years old. This pig pushed and kicked these young children out of his way, shouting at them, move out of his way, including him nearly kicking a young child in the head, scrambling away from these young fans into his car, and his family didn't say a thing. He blatantly ignored us and acted like we weren't there, And when my dad asked him for a picture with me, he simply said, no, not now. And he simply ran off. But kicking and pushing children no older than the age of 5 or 6 is not okay. I truly hope this whore never pulls on a Chelsea shirt ever again. I can't bear to think of how these young children must feel right now. Disgusting behaviour, Pulisic, biscuit merchant. And that is what she's atted him as well with that. Big up to Jessica and the damn minerals. Yeah? Big up. That is disgraceful. This is what I'm saying, man. And if these owners are propping that Pulisic is number one target for Pochettino, this is the fucking shit show of football club. This guy ratted on Thomas Tuchel. This guy was the reason Tuchel gave him the first fuck off, because they were forcing Tuchel to play Pulisic, all right, in pre-season. And he said, no, I'm not playing him. I don't want him. I want to sell him. He went against the gaffer, all right? And when you go against the gaffer and you're a proper elite gaffer, you're gone, mate. You're finished. These fucking owners didn't back him. They didn't back Tuchel. And then he said to him, fuck off out the dressing room. Let's have it right. And here we are again. This guy's acting like that with children. Like these kids, they look at these players as like idols. You know, they're idols to these children. You got, you know what I mean? Well, it's a disgrace. Kicked a child, that's fucking abuse. Oh my word. Wrong un, bruv. Get him out of our club. Don't want this guy, man. Don't want this guy. Don't want this guy. That's fake. How do you know it's fake, Aaron? How do you know it's fake? How do you know it's fake? I want to know, is this real, guys? Did this really happen? What's going on? If this is true, it's disgraceful. Big up to Steve being a member of the Minerals FC. Big up to Chelsea Anorak becoming a member of the Minerals FC. Big up to you guys. Big up to you guys. Where is it? Let me get this. Let me see if I can find this. This account. Hold on a minute. What is it? Lily Ray. I can't see this account, bruv. Well, I can't find it. I don't know this person. I don't know this person. Apparently it's bullshit. All right. Maybe it's bullshit. All right. Find a tweet and tag me in it and we'll rectify it if it is bullshit. All right. Well, what you sent me, Aaron, I'm blocked from that other geezer, so I couldn't even see it. H Talk says, big up to you, my geezer. Go and subscribe to H Talks to Chelsea's channel, guys. Help him get to his, I think, 100 subs or on the road to 1,000 subs. He says, smash the likes up to Chels. Listen, if that's false, then that's false. End of. You know, if it's fake, it's fake. It's been deleted. All right. So, guys, it's been deleted. False alarm. He didn't kick any children. He didn't hit any children, which sounds mad to me. Refusing a picture is probably as bad as it would have got. But, yeah, he still needs to get out of the club. What's he kicking our new signings for? Yeah. Oh, that's a classic. Oh, that's a classic. That's a classic. God of Banter says, what's with the Poch hate? No one's hating on Poch. No one's hating on Poch. But we're just being fucking real, bruv. We're being real. We want to see what's happening. Listen, we don't get all giddy. No one gets all giddy, bruv, for us ex-Spurs gaffer straight away. He's our gaffer. Let's see what minerals comes. Let's see what he's going to do. Let's see what the targets are. Let's see what the owners are going to do. Let's see if they're going to keep going in that dressing room. Let's see. Oh, I'm waiting. I want to see what's going to happen. So let's see what happens, bro. Let's see what happens. Even Desai landed the minerals on the owners, yeah? They're a joke. It is what it is, guys. H Talks on 83 subs, guys. Go and subscribe to his channel and help him get to at least 100 subs, guys. Go and support him. Come on. Big up to Anthony Quinos in here. Sorry, late to the party. Is Poch announced? Yes, it's a here we go from Fabrizio, Brown Envelope, Kingpin Morano. He's given a here we go to Pochettino. Apparently, it's all agreed. All the terms are done. So let's see. But it is what it is. Circus FC continues. Chelsea FC. We don't know what's happening, bruv. We don't know what's happening. Come on, guys. Land your minerals. You hit that subscribe button. You hit that like button. Big up to every single one of you landing your damn minerals. So let's have a look. All right. You got a photo of it. This is the account, apparently. Followed by CFC fans page. The account is private. Fuck knows. I mean, mate, guys, I mean, sometimes it might be true. It might be true. I don't know. These things are a little bit, unless you're there, unless anyone else vouches it, then, you know. Listen, like I say, on the Minerals FC, we make our judgment when the time's right, yeah? But I tell you this, I've got no faith right now or confidence. And I'm certainly not getting all giddy and excited for this one. So let's have it right, guys. This is the way it is. This is the true narrative for me. Guys, hit that fucking like button. Let's have it right. Smash the piece of the like button, subscribe button, notification bell, so you know when I'm going live. The Minerals FC members, big up to my members, my new members, Steve and Chelsea Anorak. Big up to you guys. Big up to Bartek Minerals, H Talks. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in, and all my members, all my supporters, all my mods, all you Minerals FC Ultras. Respect every single one of you. And please put your comments down below, all your thoughts on everything that's been landed tonight on the Minerals FC. I want you all land your minerals. And as always, guys, much love, respect. We're going to be plenty of streams coming. Let's have it right. I've had my little sabbatical for like 4 days. We will keep landing the minerals. There's going to be lots to talk about, lots to go through. And I'm very, very interested to see what happens. But the ultimate question is Pochettino going to be the next yes man of the Kindergarten FC model? Or are the owners actually restructuring their model? And are they going to actually allow this gaffer to do what he does and be a professional football coach gaffer? This is the question. So only time will tell. We'll wait for the official announcement. We'll do another stream to see what Brown Envelope Wrong'uns come out with, what they come out with next, and we'll keep landing it everywhere we go. Keep landing your minerals on social media, guys. Don't stop. Put your opinion out there, and don't let anyone tell you any different. You know what's going on at our football club. Big respect to every single one of you. As always, guys, we've got a point. We hope Bobby Tambling gets better, who's in hospital. Big up to the Tambling family. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Big up to everyone that's with mental health. Dig out your minerals. We're here for you and support you on the Minerals FC and the family here. We're all here to support you. Minerals, someone said they saw it happen. It might be true then. That's what I'm saying. Fucking hell, it could be true. So this is what I'm saying. So, guys, it's once we know, more people come out and say that they're there or they got footage of it. He's finished. He's done. He's out. His reputation's in the mud. No one will want him at Chelsea just for that, let alone being made out of biscuits and being on the injury list. So, guys, big up to Steve from America. Big up to Dominic. Landon Minerals, Johnny. He says, remember, we see things they'll never see. Up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Let's have it right. We land it everywhere we go, guys, and we are the Minerals FC. Let's not forget this. We see things they'll never see, and let's not forget this shit show, guys. Let's not forget this shit show. Let's land it, bruv. Let's land it. We land it everywhere we go. Let's go. Up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Respect to every single one of you. It's been a cracker, actually. I've really enjoyed this one. So, as always, put your comments down below. Very important, guys. British Patriot, my geezer, everyone. Chelsea down in here. We've got JB the dog, all you guys. Shout out to every single one of you. Always supporting the channel. Much love. Enjoy your weekend. All right, one sec. We got some breaking stuff here. We got some breaking stuff. Okay, someone I know on social media. I don't want to expose. I mean, I don't know if I should put their account up. Should I put their account up? But it looks like it is absolutely true what Pulisic done. It's true, guys. He's fucking starting on prospects, future teammates. Someone said, I know Jess personally. I know for a fact she wouldn't lie. Others saw it also. Others saw it also. Guys, this is real. This is real. We've landed it. Listen, Pulisic, don't be a wrong one, bruv. Come out and apologise. You know what I mean? Do the right thing. Apologise to those young children. Outrageous decision to do that. Outrageous behaviour. That's fact. He's finished. He's done. Bowling Egg Barley, you're in the mud. You can't keep him. Bosh. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Breaking news. Big up to Aaron for landing them damn minerals. So we know PR listen, there's going to be a lot of PR to protect this. But listen, you cannot fool the supporters. Everyone's landing it. It's blowing up, guys. It's blowing up on social media. Wow. So, guys, listen, he's done at Chelsea. He's finished. He's done at Chelsea. There's no coming back for this now. You know, you don't push and kick children and say no to photos and get out of my way, not now, and all this nonsense. That's disgraceful. And they spoke to his dad as well. His dad's a wrong and bruv. Always on Twitter when Tuchel was in charge, giving it the big bollocks. He had to delete tweets in the end because having dig at Tuchel. Let's have it right. They're all clowns. Get them out of our football club. Let's stop this circus. Get them all in the bin, all in the woods. Diggers are ready, queuing up. Let's land the damn minerals. Guys, this is shocking, disgraceful, all right? And we know it's not bullshit now. We know it's not bullshit. We know it's not bullshit. People I know And I've seen. They wouldn't be lying. Why would you lie about that? You don't lie about stuff like that. You just don't lie about stuff like that. We'll see. Breaking news as always on the Minerals FC. It's always breaking news. Have you noticed this? Always breaking news. And I want to land on this one. A friend of mine was there with his daughter and confirmed he ignored them all and refused autograph. He was raging at how rude Pulisic was. Well, is he kicking though? Is he kicking and pushing? That's a different situation. I don't know. That's going to evolve, guys. But I want to land on this one here. The damn Minerals. All right. The damn Minerals. The only current footballers who have got goal contributions in the Champions League quarterfinal, semi-final, final in the same season and won it. Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Vinicius Jr., Minerals Mount. Only Chelsea, an English player, Minerals Mount. Let's have it right. Yeah. Our baller. Yeah. Our baller. Let's have it right. Big up to every single one of you. 2 hours of Minerals landed. Continuous Minerals. I hope every single one of you. Big up to A in here. Big up to Josh. Big up to Wads. Big up to Chelsea Old Boys. Big up to every single one of you. Listen, maybe he will get the best out of Minerals Man if he convinces the owners to keep Minerals Man. Let's have it right. Is the project right? Is the project going to change? Is the model going to change? Is he a yes man? Is he not a yes man? What is the terms in the contract? What's the clause? These are the Minerals we need to find out. This is what we need to find out. And this was what will dictate our future. Let's see, have they truly rectified the mistakes? I don't think they have, personally. And I think they're going to try and con us all. But let's have it right. As always, guys, up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Like, subscribe, notifications, and smash to pieces that like button. And put your comments down below. Let's have it right. Let's go. Right, Pride of London. London is blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Let's have it right. Minerals FC. You got the Minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the Minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking Minerals, mate.